I think it's best that we just start the video. Right? Okay, let's just start the video.
Where you get your beats?
Alright you guys, so let me show you something real quick. Even though you pick the hair out, it's gonna be hard when somebody has a lot of hair on their hair to try to, take it down with a guard. So what you want to do is create an opening like I just did, move the hairs out and just find that area where you could just go in. Once you go in, you make that first cut through and it's good from there. You could just go with the grain. Now, the guards that I'm using is a 2 guard with the lever open. My client wanted a 2 guard. He wanted to take it down the wavelength. So I said 2 would be a perfect length. I'm using my Andis guards and I'm just taking off the bulk. Alright you guys, now that I have everything down to the length that he wants, it's time to set in my bald line. I'm using my Babyliss FX trimmers and I'm going to set in my bald line like an arrow effect, alright? I know how I do my burst tapers, my mid burst tapers, but when you do a high burst taper, you want to set it straight across and then go down. Alright, just like you see here, you're basically creating shape when you do this, alright? Of course, you don't have to do this. You don't have to set it in like an arrow. You could do it, you could kind of make it like a rainbow. I just do this just to have that look and have that effect, alright? I want people to, when they look at my haircuts, it's basically a signature. So that's why I do what I do. Now switching to my Stylecraft Instinct clippers with my lever open, I'm gonna go up about 1 inch directly around the guideline that I set with the bald line, all right? What you wanna do is you wanna make sure you go over the guidelines multiple times to make sure it's at that lever open length. Notice how I'm cutting with my corners and I'm not really using the full blade when I don't need to. So in the same way that you set in the lever open, with my 1 guard with the lever fully open, I'm doing the same exact thing, going up about 1 inch, making sure I go over that guidelines multiple times to ensure that it's at that length. Also, what you want to do is you don't want to stick to the rule of thumb of going straight up and down and relying on that. You basically want to try every direction, side to side, up and down. Any motion that can get you to bring that length down to the guard size, you want to do that. A lot of times with coarse hair, it just doesn't grow in the same direction. So what you want to do is you want to try any and every direction to bring it down to that length. Next, with the 2 guard with the lever fully open, I'm just kind of clearing out that bulk at the top, doing the same thing, going different directions to where it takes me down to that length. I'm not really gonna focus on like setting in a guideline or anything. This is just me clearing out the bulk at the top. And don't always look at the bulk on the top as a negative. Sometimes you need that bulk on the top to blend into. Then once you blend into it, you'll find out that the bulk at the top isn't even there. So what I like to do is I like to work downward, slap back on my 1 guard with the lever open, and kind of just do some corner work between the 1 and the 2. Next, I'm gonna close the lever on my 1 guard and just kind of soften up that middle line. All right, what I'm doing is just taking baby steps going downward. All right, I want to create a gradual blend as much as possible, so to take those baby steps is needed. Putting on the zero guard with the lever fully closed in a flick out motion, flick out that middle line. Now notice how I'm using my corners the entire time. I'm not using the full blade, even though it looks like it. Don't be deceived, okay? I'm using those baby steps and only taking off a little at a time. With the lever fully closed in a flick out motion, flick out that middle line. Start below the line, flick to the line, and use your corners the entire time. So next, all you have to do is detail your work, all right? Detailing is extremely important. Right now, I'm just clearing out that bulk on the top by going with the grain, but I'm also utilizing my mirror. The mirror shows you a different perspective on the blend that you can't see just head on. So make sure you utilize that, and also your corner. Do corner work, all right? Get in those areas where you set your guidelines and use those guards and knock off those areas with your corners. Now, as far as the front line goes, I like to prep my front line by bringing it down a guard size lower. All right, so right now I'm using my 1.5 guard and I'm taking it down a pretty substantial amount in the back, but I will switch guards like I'm doing right now, close the lever, and just get the tips of the hairline. Listen, let me tell you why they call me 360. When they sit in my chair, I spin them in the full 360, and they come out looking like God did. YouTube, this is the cut. And if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, HustleDreamProduction, that's my brother, he does all my beats. His YouTube channel will be linked in the description below. Make sure you guys go give him a follow. Also, if you want to know where you can find any tools that you've seen in this video, links will be in the description below. Otherwise, you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My TikTok is official360Jeezy and my Instagram is 360Jeezy. But it's your boy 360Jeezy, and I'm out of here.